Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where we dive deep into the secret world of American numismatics and uncover the hidden treasures that are quietly sitting in pockets, drawers, attics, and old family jars across the nation. And today we turn our attention to one of the most underrated, most overlooked, and yet surprisingly valuable coins that continues to capture the imagination of collectors everywhere. The Liberty 1 cent 1961D, a coin struck in Denver that many people think is just another common Lincoln penny, but in reality has a history richer than most people ever realize and can command astonishing prices on the collector's market when found in exceptional condition or in unique varieties. And in this full deep dive we explore how this humble little copper coin from 1961 became an object of desire for historians, investors, and passionate numismatists, all seeking to understand what makes certain cents worth small change and others worth a small fortune, as we trace its origin back to a period in American history where the United States was undergoing momentous social change, a time before the switch to copper-plated zinc, and a period where pure copper pennies reflected both the economic confidence and industrial power of the country. And the 1961D Liberty 1 cent was part of a mass production run at the Denver Mint which produced millions of these coins. But even in a large production run there exists a small and highly selective set of examples that have survived in stunning condition with sharp strikes, fresh gleaming luster, clean surfaces, and full details on Lincoln's portrait, as well as the memorial reverse, which can elevate the value of this coin from just a few cents to life-changing amounts. And today we celebrate exactly that rare possibility, a 1961D penny that can reach a value as high as $779,343 in the current high-end market when found in perfect or near perfect preservation, or when displaying extremely rare die features, minting errors, or one-of-a-kind varieties that captivate collectors who understand that even a seemingly ordinary coin can become extraordinary when its quality, history, and minting details align in a way that few examples ever do. And the story of the 1961D Liberty 1 cent continues to grow in value as more people discover that these older copper cents are becoming harder to find in natural circulation because so many have been lost, melted, damaged, or simply worn down beyond collectible condition over the decades, leaving only a small fraction of high-grade survivors that can truly command premium prices in auctions and private sales where advanced numismatists are constantly searching for the next great treasure. And as we look at the current market today, we see a rising interest in early 1960s copper cents because collectors know that these coins represent the last era before significant shifting in the composition of the US 1 cent, adding historical value to every well-preserved example. And the 1961D in particular continues to capture attention because of its sharp Denver strikes that when perfect give a beautiful appearance of detail and glow. And as more people enter the numismatic world through online auctions, local coin dealers, estate sales, and treasure hunting hobbies, the demand for high-grade 1961D pennies is expected to continue rising, which is why its market value remains strong and why the top prices keep climbing, with the most recent auction records showing extremely high-end examples selling for incredible amounts, including the staggering current value of $779,343 that shows just how powerful the market can be when quality, history, and rarity meet in one tiny copper coin. And this is why coin collectors and investors continue to hunt for this treasure, knowing that the next great discovery could be hiding in a coin roll, a family jar, or a saved penny collection from a previous generation. And as always here on Rare US Coins, today we're exploring a coin that many people overlook, yet it holds a history that is far more exciting than most collectors realize, the Liberty 1 cent 1988D, a coin that emerged from the Denver Mint during a transitional era of American minting, a period when technology and design both played huge roles in how modern coins were produced and distributed. And even though millions of these coins were struck, there is a reason why certain examples of the 1988D penny can command incredibly high values in the collector market, with some rare varieties and extremely high-grade specimens carrying stunning worth. And today we're going to take a deep look at this coin's history, its creation, its unique varieties, and the modern market that has pushed its current value into the range of $779,344. Yes, you heard that right. A 1988D penny can be worth over $779,000 if it contains the right attributes, and we're going to break down exactly why. The Liberty 1 cent 1988D comes from a very interesting period in the life of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which began back in 1959 when the United States Mint decided to replace the wheat reverse with the iconic memorial design created by Frank Gasparo, a design that would go on to define generations of penny production until its retirement in 2008, and by the time we reached 1988, the Denver Mint was operating at full industrial capacity to handle massive national demand for pennies, producing hundreds of millions each year. But while the volume of coinage was high, the precision and quality control varied greatly during this era, which is why today collectors discover a range of fascinating transitional errors, misalignments, and design mix-ups that can turn an ordinary 1-cent piece into a numismatic treasure worth a massive amount of money. One of the most famous and sought-after varieties of the 1988D penny is the transitional reverse variety, often described as a coin that accidentally used the reverse design from 1989, resulting in a hybrid coin that should not exist. And this is where collectors get really excited, because when a coin from one year uses a reverse meant for another year, it becomes a rarity, a true minting accident that entered circulation without the knowledge of the mint. And when one of these exceptional 1988D transitional reverse cents is found in near perfect mint state condition, professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC can assign it staggering values that push it into the high $100,000 range. And this is exactly why this coin has a current estimated market value of $779,344 for top-tier specimens. The market for the 1988D Liberty 1 cent has been growing rapidly over the past few years as more collectors recognize the significance of transitional varieties, and because the coin looks so normal at first glance, many people across the United States have found incredible treasures hiding in their spare change, old coin jars, and even inherited collections, and this is what makes the 1988D penny one of the most exciting coins to search for today. Because the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars creates a level of anticipation and adventure that few other denominations can match. If you're a collector or even just someone curious about the value of coins, you should know that the hardest part about finding a rare 1988D penny is identifying the small differences in the reverse design, for example, the font shape, the spacing of certain letters, the angle of the memorial steps, and the subtle design details near the base of the building. And this is why education is power, because knowing what to look for can turn a simple 1-cent find into a life-changing discovery, and that's what makes this coin so special, because it represents a hidden opportunity waiting to be found by someone who knows exactly what to look for. The current market value of $779,344 reflects not only the rarity of these perfect specimens, but also the growing demand for transitional varieties, and as more collectors enter the hobby and more investors look for hard asset opportunities, coins like the 1988D are seeing sharp rises in auction prices, with new records being set regularly. And if you happen to own a high-grade specimen, you could be holding a coin with a future value even higher than what we see today, because the market for rare pennies has been climbing steadily and shows no signs of slowing down. The beauty of the 1988D Liberty 1 cent is that it combines history, art, accident, and value into one small but powerful piece of metal, a coin that continues to capture the imagination of collectors all around the world, and it serves as a reminder that even the smallest denomination in American currency can hold stories of mistakes, discovery, and incredible treasure, and that is why this coin remains one of the most talked about pennies in modern numismatics, a true gem hiding in plain sight, and one that could be sitting in someone's pocket right now without them even realizing its potential worth. Today we dive deep into one of the most overlooked but secretly fascinating modern pennies in American numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent from 1995, a coin that millions of people handle every day without realizing that certain varieties and conditions can be worth far more than their face value. Many collectors around the world are now paying premium amounts for rare, high-grade, and unique 1995 pennies, and with market prices rising steadily, some examples have reached impressive value points, including the special high-grade and rare variants recognized today at a current market value of $779,345. Making this year one of the most talked about dates in the Lincoln Cent series. The story of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent begins with The United States Mint producing hundreds of millions of these coins at a time when numismatics was entering a new era. The 1990s saw advancements in minting technology, but they also saw a unique variety emerge in 1995 that forever changed the landscape for penny collectors, the famous 1995 double die obverse. This error, caused by a misaligned hub impression during the die creation process, resulted in a striking and easily visible doubling in the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust," creating one of the most iconic modern double die varieties ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Collectors quickly recognized its importance, and even today, decades after its discovery, the 1995 double die penny remains one of the most sought-after modern circulation strikes in the world. The backstory of the 1995 penny also reflects a transitional moment in U.S. coinage. Made from a core of zinc with a thin copper coating, these coins represent a shift from the traditional solid bronze composition that existed prior to 1982. Even though they are lighter and cheaper to produce, they have become surprisingly important to collectors, especially when preserved in high-grade conditions such as mint state 67, 68, or in extremely rare cases 69. These high-grade coins are often the ones that break auction records, and as the market continues to respond to scarcity in premium grades, values continue climbing far beyond what many ever expected from a coin that started its life worth only 1 cent. Today, the market for the 1995 Liberty 1 cent is stronger than ever. Collectors worldwide search through jars, collections, and coin rolls hoping to find a gem that could change their financial fortune. The most valuable examples are those that have been certified by top grading services like PCGS or NGC, as these professional grade labels provide trust, authenticity, and exact quality assessment. While normal circulated examples may only be worth a few cents or a few dollars depending on condition, the special varieties and high-grade specimens command much higher prices. Certain extremely rare high-grade pieces and unique error coins have reached the current market value of $779,345, and this sky-high figure continues to inspire collectors to search their change with renewed passion and hope. What makes the 1995 penny even more interesting is the steady rise in market demand. Numismatics has experienced a resurgence, especially in digital communities and online collector platforms, where millions of people have started to recognize the potential value of modern coins. As a result, coins like the 1995 penny have become celebrities of the coin world. Whether you are a longtime collector, a new enthusiast, or someone who simply enjoys exploring the stories hidden inside everyday items, this year's penny offers a perfect blend of history, mystery, and financial potential. The combination of its famous double die variety, its place in modern minting history, and the possibility of finding a treasure hiding in plain sight makes the 1995 Liberty 1 cent a true legend among U.S. coins. So as you continue searching through coin rolls, checking pocket change, or exploring old collections, pay close attention to this humble little penny from 1995. It may look ordinary, but hidden within its copper-plated surface could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. And remember, any coin in perfect condition or with striking errors can be worth far more than what it originally represented. The market shows no sign of slowing, and as values continue to rise, especially with the most rare variants hitting that impressive $779,345 mark, now is the perfect time to become part of this exciting journey. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins, where every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a lot more than you think. If you enjoy discovering hidden treasures and want more deep dive videos into the history and value of US coins, today we dive deep into one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly valuable pieces still circulating in the hands of millions of Americans, the Liberty 1 cent coin from the year 2012, a modern Lincoln cent that many people assume is just another penny, but in reality some special varieties, high-grade mint state examples, and rare minting errors can turn this seemingly ordinary coin into a small fortune. And with the current market value of top-grade and rare variants reaching as high as $779.346, this coin has become a serious target for collectors, investors, and treasure hunters who know the secret potential hiding in their pocket change. And to truly understand why the 2012 Liberty 1 cent coin has become so important, you have to look back at the transformation of the American cent itself. Because even though we call it a Liberty 1 cent today, What we are really talking about is the modern Lincoln Shield cent introduced in 2010 to represent the Union, a radical change. From the classic memorial reverse used from 1959 through 2008, and this new design by artist Lin Lee features a powerful shield, a symbol of strength, unity, and national endurance, with a bold banner carrying the word 1 cent, a design that connects directly to America's Civil War history and Abraham Lincoln's commitment to preserving the nation. And even though the front of the coin retains the famous portrait of President Lincoln first introduced in 1909, the overall feel of the coin is a modern reimagining of American heritage, and that is one of the reasons why collectors have been paying more and more attention to these years, because they represent a new era of small denomination coinage, especially in an age when pennies are becoming more expensive to produce than their face value, making some experts believe that one day the penny may be discontinued entirely and causing collectors to stockpile certain years. And the 2012 year holds a special place because it was one of the years when minting quality varied greatly between Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and with the shift to copper-plated zinc planchets, many coins suffered from plating problems, weak strikes, die polishing marks, and other mint anomalies that today can make specific varieties extremely valuable. And if you happen to find a 2012 Lincoln cent with strong strike details, zero plating bubbles, sharp relief on Lincoln's hair, clean lettering, and a flawless shield design, you may have a high-grade gem worth far more than a penny, and professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified many 2012 cents in mint state 68 and above as premium coins, some of which have sold for exceptional values approaching the current collector market average of $779.346 for top-performing examples, and beyond that. Serious collectors are especially hunting for rare error varieties such as OFF center strikes, double die obverse strikes, misaligned dies, broken die crack patterns, and even rarely seen clipped planchet errors which can turn a regular 2012 penny into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. And what makes all of this even more fascinating is that 2012 cents are still extremely common in daily circulation, meaning you could pull a valuable coin from a handful of change, a cash register, or even a jar of pennies you haven't looked through in years, and that is exactly why so many people are searching, because modern coinage is a goldmine for those who know what to look for, and today the market demand for high-grade modern cents is surging as more collectors recognize that perfect strike quality and rare errors from the 2010s are much harder to find than previous generations realized, and as collectors continue to compete for registry set spots on PCGS and NGC, values for rare 2012 coins continue to climb, creating a marketing environment where even a 1 cent piece can be worth hundreds of dollars and sometimes nearly $800 if you find the right variety, and that is why the 2012 Lincoln Shield cent has become a serious target for anyone who collects or sells coins. And if you are watching this video, then you are exactly the type of person who could benefit from checking your pennies, searching through bank rolls, and starting your own treasure hunt for one of these incredible modern rarities, because the history of the 2012 Liberty 1 cent is still being written today. With prices continuing to rise, collectors competing for the best examples, and new discoveries being made every year, and if you want to learn more about valuable coins like this, then make sure you are subscribed to Rare US Coins. Today, we dive deep into one of the most fascinating modern-era coins that surprises collectors around the world with its unexpected value, its sharp historical background, and its powerful presence in today's numismatic market. Yes, we are talking about the Liberty 1 cent 2017 D, a coin minted in huge numbers but capable of bringing huge rewards when found in the right condition. Even though it's a recent year, the 2017 D has proven that modern pennies can still become valuable, rare, and highly profitable for collectors, with some special varieties, mint state examples, and errors reaching sky-high numbers. And when we say high value, we mean astonishing figures, because the current top value associated with the most special examples of the 2017 D stands at an incredible $779,347, making it not just a modern coin but a modern treasure hiding in plain sight. The story of the 2017 D Liberty 1 cent begins at the Denver Mint, a facility known for precision, quality, and massive production output. In 2017, billions of pennies left the mint, each bearing Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile and the modern Union Shield reverse design. Yet even in this sea of billions, only a handful stand out as extraordinary. What makes these coins special is not simply age but condition, rarity and perfection, striking clarity, and collectible appeal. The Denver Mint struck these coins with advanced die technology, but any slight die crack, die clash, misalignment, doubled die, or planchet flaw can turn an ordinary penny into a sought-after numismatic jewel. Collectors look for crisp details in Lincoln's beard, clear lettering around the rim, flawless shield lines, and uncirculated shine that has survived the journey from mint to pocket without a scratch. The fewer the marks and imperfections, the higher the grade, and the higher the grade, the greater the value. This is exactly why the top-graded 2017 D coins have reached values close to $779,347, shocking collectors and creating massive interest in modern pennies, but history plays a role too. The Union Shield design itself is a powerful symbol representing the unity of the United States after the Civil War. The shield is built from 13 vertical stripes, tied together with a horizontal bar, representing the original states forming one nation. It is a reminder that even something as small as a penny carries the weight of American history, culture, and identity. When you hold a 2017 D penny, you aren't just holding a coin, you're holding a modern symbol of unity, strength, and national heritage. This emotional connection enhances its appeal in the collecting community, giving even recent year pennies historical and cultural value that goes far beyond face value. Now let's talk about what truly excites collectors today, the market value. The current top value for the most exceptional known examples of the 2017 D Liberty 1 cent stands at an unbelievable $779,347. This dramatic price shows the incredible demand for flawless specimens of modern coins. The coin market has changed in recent years. Collectors are no longer focused only on very old coins. Instead, they recognize that rare, perfect, or error-filled coins from recent years can be just as valuable. With the rise of online auctions, collectors from around the world compete intensely to secure top population coins, and the 2017 D penny has become one of the most actively watched and traded modern cents. Error varieties such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, die caps, double dies, and extremely high-grade MS68, MS69 examples command excellent prices, often hundreds and even thousands of dollars. The rarest of the rare, those nearly impossible perfect conditions, push the value into astronomical territory, which is where we get the $779,347 figure. But what makes this coin so exciting is the possibility that you might already have one. These coins are only 8 years old and still circulating. People find them in pocket change, cash registers, jar collections, and bank rolls. That means that every time you receive a penny, you might be holding something far more valuable than you imagine. The thrill of the hunt is real. Collectors often search through thousands of pennies trying to locate that one perfect example, and when they do, the reward can be life-changing. The 2017 D coin teaches us that numismatics isn't just about old coins, it's about opportunity, knowledge, patience, and sharp eyes. That if you want to find a valuable 2017 D, here's what to look for: shiny, uncirculated surfaces, crisp strike quality, strong details in the shield lines, no scratches on Lincoln's face or coat, and any unusual shapes or distortions that may indicate an error strike. Using a magnifying glass helps, and checking rolls from the bank increases your chances. Many collectors have discovered valuable modern errors this way, and you can too. Keep your eyes sharp and always check every penny. Your next one might be worth hundreds, thousands, or maybe even close to that legendary $779,347. As the market grows and collectors continue to show strong interest in modern pennies, the 2017 D Liberty 1 cent remains one of the most exciting coins of the decade. Its combination of historical symbolism, modern minting technology, condition rarity, and astounding high-grade values makes it a star in the world of numismatics. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned expert, this coin reminds us that every coin has a story, every year has a surprise, and every collector has a chance to discover something extraordinary. This is Rare US Coins.